Welcome to Nairobi, where dating is more expensive than raising kids. So, this story is from Reddit. A best friend called me stingy. Welcome to Nairobi, where dating is more expensive than raising kids. We met months after I had broken up with the girl I was dating. We went for a first date, and after hapo, we realized we had so much in common na even just tukaanza kudate. As a boyfriend, I knew and I've always known my roles in a relationship. But for her, she expected more than I could offer. She wanted me to pay her rent, be giving her upkeep money, nails, hair, etc., be taking her on dates, buying her stuff since she claimed to love gifts. Her love language is gifts, I guess. When she initially hinted about all this, I thought it was a joke since we were both working and making quite a decent amount of money, but it reached a point where she started pressuring me into it. So she started pressuring him into him paying her rent. I was giving her upkeep money, gifts of almost every month, and all of our dates were on me. So he's a responsible guy. The problem started where she told me about rent. I was in a position to do so, but wasn't willing to give her 26K since to go dating phase. And I had what if it won't work thoughts after I've invested so much in it, which is understandable. I politely told her it doesn't sit well with me to do all that, especially rent. It's more of a husband role and not the boyfriend girlfriend level. Yeah, true. She accepted, but Sasa went ahead to discuss it with her best friend. I feel like I have something to say about like our friends. Like the people who surround you are like very, very important, and you need to be very, very selective about the people who are around you. Now in Nairobi, when like you're dating, it's almost like, especially when you're a man, it's almost like you're also dating the friends. One random day, akiwa amenipea simu, I decided to peep and see what they do talk about, and to my surprise, I was the topic. And the bestie was telling her, kwani hiyo ni stingy aje, sio kama ex wako. Nikashtuka. Any the girl trash talking me at a date who apelekwi, and she's there saying vile mimi ni stingy. And mind you, that month I had spent almost 20K on her, and previous months I had spent sana pia. On her birthday pekee, I had given her 27K, and she had done 27, and I gave her 1K for each year. Very, very considerate. I scrolled down and nikaona mahali amechangia kiasi and didn't go past that. When she came back, I handed her the phone, kicked her out of my apartment, na pesa alikuwa ameniomba sijui za kusort family needs compare. I ended the relationship because of her big-headed best friend and because alichangia kiasi. Tried begging to take her back, but I couldn't overlook her friends talking shit about me and her kuchangia. Yani huku nje mnalipa hadi rent. I mean, you guys tell me, you're the man. If you're the man, comment down below. Are you paying someone's rent? Like this guy is a decent guy. He was already doing so much for the lady, and just I feel like the girl wanted to take advantage and continue like making more and more requests while she's also working, while they're both young, they're both trying to save, they're both trying to survive in Nairobi. So I really think that was very, very inconsiderate, considering he has already communicated, I won't be able to pay your rent. One, because you can pay it yourself because you're in a job, and two, because I also have my own needs, and she doesn't want to understand that. But anyway, let's look at what people are saying. I pity young and hustling guys that are dating young girls and playing the role of their fathers. You pay for data, sanitary pads, Netflix, dates, cab dates, etc. All this with her not showing any sign of responsibility. It's your money, but you're foolish-ish. Two truths can exist. You'll stay all day busting your ass to earn money, and one leech will be sucking your pocket because she has physical attributes that no one else in the world has. She will leave you when things go down, and trust me, they will. You're spending, not investing. You are part of the problem. You have spoiled the market kabisa at 27K for each year. Utter work bullshit. I don't think it's bullshit. If you can afford it, then it's okay to surprise, but it's also bad for someone to want to use you when you're taking responsibility. I don't know if it's bullshit, but anyway, huku nje unataka arudi apatane na sisi wa a queen was born today. Pale kwa status. Kindly take her back. You have set the bar too high. Some advice from people. If a partner begins the relationship requiring you to invest money for time, the relationship is flawed and will never grow. Both partners need to be investing into the relationship. Sex, time spent together, and emotional attached reflects the truth of the relationship. They are not the goal, they are the byproduct. I think the dating scene in Nairobi is like a really, really weird. Like Nairobi is a really weird place to to be dating. Like all parties have like weird demands. They're also like men who are like women who are working, and their men are not working, and they're providing for the men, not even like their husbands, their boyfriends. But I also get like the pressure is more on the men's side to do these things. And if you're not doing them, you're seen as the bad guy. I think both sides, yes, they need to be invested in the relationship, because if one party is giving endlessly, another party is not giving in any way, then that can be really detrimental towards the relationship. And I'm not a relationship expert, also, isn't it stories too? Life is tough for a man. This is a very touching story, by the way. In 2022, my dad called me and told me he was not going to make it to the end of the year. I dropped everything I was doing in Narok and went back home to be with him because my dad was my hero. True to his word, his health started deteriorating, and soon enough, he was blind and bedridden. He had diabetes. He would wake up at midnight crying out loud and praying to God, asking him why this was happening to him. He was all alone in darkness, and nothing we could do or say would help ease his pain. But I'm sorry about the audio. My mic. Seeing my dad cry really traumatized me, bro. I found out I found it hard seeing him helpless and weak. On 30th December, he passed on. My dad worked hard all his life to give all of us a better life. After the burial, that's when the true colors of people started showing. My mom would talk so much shit about my dad, exposing his secrets to us, saying he was dumb to take care of some of his brother's kids. My grandmother, aunties, and uncles never came to see him when he was sick. Only his colleagues and parents and family friends came. My mom is brainwashing my two younger siblings into thinking my dad was this terrible person who never cared about us. Sometimes I see his picture whilst I'm scrolling through my phone, and this feeling of anger and pain comes over me. Continue resting in peace, Dad. I shall make you proud before I die. Oh, that's a very, very sad story. I feel like sometimes, like we do not know how our parents lived their lives. We do not know how much your dad had your mom, but her reflecting that onto your brothers, and you wanting to just keep the memory of his good side alive. Sometimes we really do not appreciate how much our fathers have sacrificed for us. I know that like there are bad dads out there, but also there's some good trying dads. Considering it's for all of us, it's our first time living. I feel like we should give grace where it's due. We should give forgiveness where it's due. Like when you grow up, that's when you understand that it's not so easy. So I feel like we need to give more grace to our fathers, to our father figures. We need to love them more. We need to appreciate them more, and we need to like ask God for the grace to forgive them for what they've done to us. And